Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
They'll run on first down. Rolling. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Now a give, right side. Rolling. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive. Pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. The run on first down gets him a couple up to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Darnold from the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
First down, Minnesota.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Waiting.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Check.
Hey, Foxtrot.
To throw is Darnold. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Complete to number 6. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down at the Bears' 28-yard line.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
He's gone, lady. He's gone, lady.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. This is caught. A very solid gain of 27.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
That protein spill and Lobo. You
On 1st down, Swift. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You draw forfeit. 15 lines. 15 lines. Hey, Zoo. Leo. Get it.
Here's Jones. Off the play fake. Looking here for Smith downfield. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. And that's caught by Smith. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 33.
Hey, Sam off.
Now Jones, operating from the gun. He'll take a shot. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now Drake. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Jones now going to throw on 3rd and goal. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Darnold. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones airing it out deep for Smith. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. On second down now, it's Drake. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Hey, Charlie. Check right. Rock it.
I'm going to run you over.
Operating from the gun. Jones got his man. That's Harry. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
91.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Jim.
49, check 49. X3, 218, chop it. Get it.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Look at me. Door. Go.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 9-yard touchdown grab as the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Darnold. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Well, you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Safety screaming.
Hey, exit.
On 1st down, Darnold. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down. Darnold now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, Delta.
Faking the give, Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Ball.
Darnold now to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. There's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Here we go. 10 Lobo. Recon, 132 fighter.
They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
61, matchbox lights.
Lucky. Switch. Mike spot 4. Mike spot
6-6, bullet high.
Sponge.
From the 31, Jones, catch is made by Harry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third?
Topper! Hey, Haywood!
Go 58 to the mic.
Hey, we heavy on the edges.
Shoot.
80 weapon.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Jones operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
You got nothing to run.
Now Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morales. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Well, he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Ready up.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, Jones looking here for Smith downfield. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-up.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Undercrunch. Hey, lock it.
Watch the edge. Check 43.
Go. But squeeze. Get it.
Now Jones. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Ready, break.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check hard.
Check hot. Switch.
Gone.
Wide.
Operating from the gun. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And to give this time to the tailback. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 4 yards, the pickup, first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 36, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether there's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Sanders on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing Jones. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Crouch. You draw corker.
A give running right, Drake. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
Hey, Sam off. Roll out.
Shit. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. They find some open field here. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 49 yards. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? 18 Gator. Ready.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Jones now, operating from the gun. It's caught. Smith. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6.
Bravo.
50's the mark. Yeah. 50's the mark. 50's
Darnold. And he's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Sanders now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he loses the football a 2nd time. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Take four, take four.
Look at me. Go, 5.
2nd and 13. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey.
Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. Got a man open. That's Harry. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Watching you fine. I got you.
Hey, Echo.
From the gun, Jones looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, high 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, there's
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 17, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Wide open receiver, complete. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 44 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
On the
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Jones on third down. And he will find his man on the outside. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Jones looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Chandler. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Touchdown, Vikings! A big play there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason.
set. Yo, lady. Set. We go set. Hey, set. Go set. Yo, hey, set. We go set. Yo, lady. Red. Hey, set. We go set. Hey, set. Set. Hey, set. Go set. Hey, set. We go set. Hey, set. Set. Hey, set. We go set. Hey, set. We go set. Hey, set. We go set. Yo, lady. Here we go. Hey, set. We go set. Hey, set. We go set. Hey, set. Go set. Hey, set. We go set. Red 80. Hey, set. We go set. Hey, set. 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 Go set. Hey, set. We go set. Hey, set. Set. Hey, set. We go set. Yep. Hey, set. We go set. Hey, set. We go set. Go red 80. We go yellow 80. Hey, set. We go set. Hey, set. We go set. Reset! Go side. Reset!